I'm actually kind of tempted to come back and, like, cut every single loading screen. And not cut it out. I'm cutting just a video of...
Like us.
The loading screen. And the moment it goes to, like, the gameplay, it'll skip to the next loading screen. So our conversation's just going to keep jumping.
Jesus fuck.
I know, dude.
How long is this gonna go? Like, the disc was a little scratched. But, like...
It wasn't that tweaked. What time is it? Okay.
It was, like, almost 6. The thing is,
now
like,
it's just funny.
Like, we can't... If there was music, we could tell if, like, oh, maybe part of it froze, or...
Yeah, we have no way of knowing. It's
Everything
just
seems to be working fine.
Silent. Oh!
And, my dad decides that, he doesn't want to take no one's advice for buying me a present. That he was going to pick out a video game all by himself for me. My dad shows up and gives me this game for Christmas, which I'm excited for. At the time, I liked Snoopy and liked Ace Combat 4, and I thought this would be, like, combining the two. So I was happier than a pig in shit. And my brother is like, what the fuck? He, like...
Man, I bottle that shit up, and then it all...
But you've never had a game piss you off, and then you just trade it in?
I never said that.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you're looking for, like, controller-destroying experiences, that's not me.
That wasn't what I was going to go for initially. And then I was like, I should probably throw it in just in case. Because if you ask John that question, you get hilarious answers. And you're like, good God, man, are you okay?
So I think, weirdly enough, the game I had, like, the hardest time playing...
Yeah.
Was the most frustrating, just absolutely...
We're supposed to do.
I don't think so. I just entered the store. So I think they were saying that I could get more, like, advanced flying lessons. So that might be what it's asking me to do now that I've got the stop with. Another game that absolutely just fucking frustrated me, though.
Yeah.
Probably Operation Desert Storm. I was also... I was playing it wrong. And I sort of, like, realized that in hindsight.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is it was, like, a 4-man squad shooter, right?
I don't know. It's bugging me.
Okay.
So I maybe it's the transition from, like, a 2D kind of...
Yeah.
Media format.
Usually where they're
3D?
looking one way or the other way. And, like, yeah. We saw the same sort of thing didn't really work with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or, I thought you were going to say Peppa Pig.
Also true.
Oh,
Peppa Pig is a domestic terrorist. Y'all not ready to have that conversation, though.
Speaking of Sonic the Hedgehog, though. So, obviously a new movie trailer was announced.
Yeah.
But that's not what I want to ask you about.
Okay.
The new game that was announced.
What?
Where Sonic's fighting... Like, you know what Shadow of the Colossus is, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but Sonic style. I do not have the words to convey to you Kodiak's face right now.
Deep concern.
That doesn't justify it.
Because here's the thing, right? I've played Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Fucking love that game.
Oh, wonderful game.
How the fuck is that gonna work? Is that gonna work?
All I know is in the initial trailer, you have Sonic running around a little bit, you know, showing off some of the world, and then he runs into a literal Colossus-sized robot. And that kind of cuts and fades away, and it's like Sonic something, new game. I don't remember what the name of the game was, but it was at the Game Awards, so it's legit. And they announced it right after the movie trailer.
8 to it's like 10-hour long breakdown on the entire like timeline of World War One that I listened to, and it's fucking wild.
Yeah. Pretty much both. No, first one was the one that was really fucking wild.
Well,
if memory serves me right, it was mostly a like bizarre chain of events.
Well, effectively, what everyone attributes to the beginning of World War One is the death of Archduke Ferdinand, right? His assassination.
Which that in of itself. I've already played this game. I wanted your first impressions of what. No, I want you to like look at this in retrospect of being like, I don't know, like 11, 12, thinking this is gonna be like Snoopy mixed with Ace Combat 4.
I mean, it's a lot of the same like gameplay elements, right? Go defend a thing. I'm sure this is now
Go blow up a thing.
Retrieve a thing, blow it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to get shot down. But how much do you actually know about these? $2. But yeah, they effectively trained a bird to like peck at a target, right?
Right.
And it would steer the ailerons of the bomb.
Yeah.
To maneuver it into the target. Didn't really work all that well.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
The second variant was with cats, where they gave them a screen, right? And they would be falling and try to land on a ship rather than hitting the water was the thought process, right? Again. So howdy, everyone. Hope all are well.
Here you go.
Much obliged.
So what are you saving up for?
There's a 10-gauge pumpkin.
One thing I've wanted to look into getting to kind of increase the shitpost level of my streams.
Oh boy.
Is a stream deck.
Okay.
Are you familiar with what those are?
I'm not.
You get a basically giant keypad, and you can assign specific noise clips.
Okay, it's a soundboard, yeah.
Pretty much. It's basically a customizable soundboard.
Okay.
And, oh god, I can only imagine the shit.
Sure. Shit. All right. I guess I gotta get to those fucking planes faster. Why is it taking the one route that's like solely patrolled by enemies?
Because, you know, that's how games be doing.
I guess. Shit. It's one of my favorite missions, or reminds me of like an inconsistency from Ace Combat 7.
Yeah.
There's a mission where, in order to start it, you have to like fly through a canyon, but you have to avoid all the searchlights.
Yeah.
But like, there's helicopters with searchlights, and then there's like towers.
It's gone.
One more fucking time.
Maybe I should have upgraded something.
Well, they're like, I don't know. I guess. I guess fuck me for trying to save up for anything.
Yeah. It's this new use it or lose it kind of deal. It's a use it or lose your fucking mind.
Jeez. So there was one kind of like interesting technological hurdle it came to with the biplane.
Don't mind me, General, walking through.
General over here.
You know what I'm tempted to do? After we're done with this stream, count up all the time that we sat sitting at loading screens. Because from what I can see, these loading screens are silent.
Oh, they very much are. Like, dead air.
They could at least throw little plane flying sounds.
Never.
That's why Snoopy's on his doghouse here.
Also, there was a letter in that level somewhere.
There was?
Well, that's what each of these levels has had a letter in it so far. Why would this one be different? So just somewhere in all that bullshit, I'd have to find...
It's just refills for the other ammo types.
Maybe.
Because there was a boomerang on the hay bale. We saw the pumpkins. What if those were just the 10-gauge pumpkins?
Maybe. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't, but it would.
Well, that, and every time you exit the shop, it loads.
I know. I miss the PS2 so much. Back when this was just a thing. So, zoo. Submarines, my favorite. So, anyway, interesting piece of, like, engineering that had to happen with these biplanes and triplanes. So when they first started putting guns on the planes...
Yeah.
They're...
Oh, are you going to get into the propeller
The propeller thing, yeah. So if you're already familiar with this, I'll just tread it out for the audience. But basically, as the propeller spins, right, the guns shoot from where the pilot is sitting, because that makes the most sense, because he can aim the guns from where he's sitting. Trouble is, they didn't really think about the propeller, because every time they were testing the gun, they would have rotated the propeller out of the way without realizing that it spins. So a lot of the early, like, pilots in World War I shot themselves down because they were just peppering off with the machine gun, and it would tear apart their single propeller, and they would just careen into the countryside because...
No propulsion.
No fucking propulsion anymore. So they developed a system which basically, as the propeller rotates, there's a little bar that it pushes that engages the safety of the machine.
Many hours later.
Exactly what they were called. But basically, as far as like formal warfare goes, when you're a submarine, what you're supposed to do when you see an enemy vessel, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to surface, or not even an enemy vessel, like to determine whether or not it's a cargo vessel or whether it's a passenger vessel.
Yeah.
Or if it's a warship, you kind of use your periscope, determine if it is either a cargo or a civilian ship. You surface, What was my original tangent? Right. So it's argued that in both World War I and subsequently World War II, the only reason the Allies really, like, won, so to say, because amateurs talk tactics. Professionals talk logistics.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping your troops fed, armed, and, in the fight is way more important than how they fight.
Yeah.
So, guarding your supply lines, making sure enough supplies get to the other side, all of shit like that. So, sure, the German U-boats, like, sinking every ship they saw was kind of a problem. But the U.S. was just churning out so many fucking supply ships that it didn't even matter. A long ass fucking loading screen.
Like I said, I want to go through.
I'm actually kind of tempted to come back and like cut every single loading screen. And not cut it out. I'm cutting just a video of
like us.
The loading screen, and the moment it goes to like the gameplay, it'll skip to the next loading screen. So our conversation's just gonna keep jumping.
Jesus fuck!
I know, dude.
How long is this gonna go? Like, the disc was a little scratched, but like,
it wasn't that tweaked. What time is it? Okay.
It was like almost 6. The thing is,
now
like,
it's just funny.
like, we can't. If there was music, we could tell if, like, oh, maybe part of it froze or
Yeah, we have no way of knowing. It's
everything
just
seems to
fucking
be working fine.
silent. Oh.
Mm. I
So,
swear to God.
For you Zoomers out there, when your game crashes these days, right, on your Xboxes and your PlayStations, it crashes like to a desktop of sorts, right? The game closes. Back in the olden days, that wasn't the case. This is what would happen. Shit would just freeze, and if there was audio, you'd get like it would just repeat whatever the last thing it was.
Oh my God, that reminds me. Fucking, I was trying to emulate Jersey Devil, right?
Okay.
Because my AV to HDMI converter box is kind of garbage. As you can see, the weird little wave of staticky pixelated shit. And the first boss in the emulated game didn't work properly. So it would repeat his first, the first thing he said, which was well. So it was just well.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please be true. In other words, baby, buy the DLC for Devil May Cry 5, please.
What did I walk in on?
I'm just vibing.
You straight vibing?
Just vibing,
Circus?
I guess. I think that's what they're referring to the...
Like how we get like 5 seconds of gameplay and then... Ooh, floaty load sign.
Loading. Unadulterated loading.
So there's a game I've been extremely curious about.
Have you seen Twisted?
Mm-mm.
It might not be Twisted. Shit, what is it called? It's the play that song is from. The song is Unadulterated Loathing, but I always heard it as Loading.
I don't know.
Anyway, you were saying, sorry.
One game I've always been curious about, but I don't think I'd be able to stream it, or really, I mean, I probably could record it with much censorship. Back in the PS2 Xbox era, there was a game based off the company Playboy, and I have heard nothing about it. And part of me wonders, is it terrible? And if so, how bad is it? How good could a game about that kind of thing be?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. I've never seen like a review on YouTube or anything like that.
Wicked, sorry. Wicked is the play.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'll play the song for you after.
Because I played BMX XXX.
Sure.
And that game is just a... That is a... If you could make a shotgun that could specifically shoot every single terms of service on Twitch's TOS, that is that game.
Fair enough.
At least the game, which shall not be named, had in-between parts.
Sure. Yeah, the max of my extent with BMX XXX is hearing Matt McMuscles talk about it on what happened.
God. I fucking love that show.
Specifically with the guy game. I think it froze again.
Are you...
Okay, I guess it just doesn't want us to fucking do this mission.
Shall we do a PvP?
Sure.
And then we can turn this into utter fucking mayhem. Oh, I was like, I swear to...
No, God damn it. Not what I wanted.
Do you want to...
So my idea is I'm putting us on the same team, and then I'm doing all the bots on the other team. So we're co-op against the bots to see how fucking vicious they are. Because if it...
I am projecting not well.
Maybe.
Oh, look at that sleepy face.
Oh, sleepy boy.
And the little wheezies. Oh. I was like, we first got box with you real quick.
Okay.
So our head title is Revenge is No Longer Sweet. The villainous General Vigo is match. It's fluff match. Because, you know. Let's see here. So yeah, I think this one also has our characters. No, this one didn't have Chang in it. It's an Xbox Live Arcade game where you kind of move around. It's like Asteroids.
Okay.
But modern.
Bring down the stairs. For anyone that wonders what living in America is like.
Check something.
Okay.
No, it has to hang on.
Like the video. Did the new
I'm getting some real Max Payne vibes.
Did the new Super Mario Odyssey rip off Fur Fighters? I'm fucking sorry.